Welcome back to Friends with Benefits, everyone. My name's Diego.
Kai.
My name's Matt.
Ice.
If you want to support us, please take a second to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. We really appreciate it. If there's a topic you want us to cover or a question that you have for us, let us know. We have an anonymous link, so you don't have to give us your name if you don't want to. So that said, we actually have 2 questions today that I want to kind of go over, and then we're going to hop into a couple more questions that I have for you guys. First, what were you going to say?
Were these submitted questions?
These were submitted questions.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Were they anonymously?
Nope.
They were not anonymous.
Not anonymous.
I actually like that though.
Either way, just
You guys are gonna love
give
this
me a
one.
question, you know?
No, I agree. You guys are going to like this one. Okay, so this is a question submitted by Lex. We love you. Thank you for your amazing questions. Thanks for submitting so many things for us. You're going to keep us talking for months. Okay, question that Lexi gave us is, what's it like being raised in Utah for you versus when you go out of state? Maybe let's take like 5-ish minutes or so. Like, this doesn't have to be like super.
I like that.
super
No, I like that.
Oh, you like it? You like it?
Yeah, because I actually lived out of
dude, let's
state
do it.
for a little bit.
That's a question.
Oh, did you? In Virginia.
Really?
When I lived.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Didn't Isaac live in like Oklahoma?
Yeah, I think you lived in
And
Texas.
Texas was fun.
Texas was fun.
Okay, so we've lived, so we can answer the
we've
question.
lived.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That was a great question because we all have lived out of state. Isaac, you know the drill. Start us off.
What was the question again? No, actually, what is it like being raised
what's
in
it
Utah
like?
and
Yeah,
then
versus
living-
living in another state.
I don't know, man. I think it's not super different, but at the same time, it's really different. That doesn't make sense.
That does not make sense.
But
What the f?
for one, people are actually doing on Sundays out in everywhere else, bro. Like literally, like in Texas, Oklahoma, we're wilding out. We're hitting up the swap meets, like whatever it was. Nothing's closed. It's like another Saturday over there. When we were like out and about, like in Texas or Oklahoma, some of the nicest people I've ever met, dude. Like just some cool dudes. What's up?
Yeah, I actually want to say something before like we move like too far ahead, so I don't have to come back to it. On the Sunday stuff, you're right. Like other places, they are open on Sunday, like in other states, and that's because obviously we live in Utah, so there's a large Mormon influence and there's a large push for keeping things closed on Sunday. But I actually kind of like that because I feel like if I had 2 Saturdays, when I have to go to work on Monday, I'm going to be wrecked. I like having Sunday to like just kind of relax. So I like that for people that they can just relax.
Anyway.
I like her.
Thanks for the input, Diego. Appreciate it. The people outside of Utah are just like super welcoming. And like, it's weird because I hear the same thing about Utah. Like everyone's welcoming here. Like, you know what I mean? Like everyone's like super nice, man. I don't know.
Agree and I disagree. From my experience of living in Texas, in like the richer, like upper class, middle class neighborhoods, people were really rude.
Hold up. Let me just,
weren't you doing sales?
Yeah, we were doing sales.
See, that's
before
like
you say anything,
bro.
right?
Like people don't want you.
We were doing sales. No one likes
Not
salesmen.
Not true, dude.
Knocking on their doors.
Anytime we were in like the lower class neighborhoods, the poor neighborhoods, everybody was so welcoming, bro. I've been treated so well in those neighborhoods.
But that goes for everything, because like when I went on my mission, like all the poor areas were always like the more
They're always
nicer
the
areas.
coolest.
It's always like that.
That's what I'm saying is I feel like anywhere.
You just feel like rich people are snobs.
Absolutely, bro.
But also we were
Doing sales.
Ain't no one wanted to talk to a salesman. No. What do you mean you don't know?
No, it's
What are you
kind of
talking about? Ain't
The
no one
poor
wants
neighborhoods,
to-
everybody loved to talk.
Who?
But like if
Everybody.
you
No
think
one
about
likes
it,
to
in the
talk.
poor areas, when you're doing sales, actually like some of them actually need it. When you go to rich areas, they already have that shit, bro. Like
need it.
they
That's
don't
actually
need
fair.
you. They don't
That's
need
super
to
true.
be bothered at all. Even some of them have no soliciting, and salesmen still go knock on that shit.
Oh my gosh, that's
like-
that's the worst.
Those guys are the
Isaac
worst,
would do that
bro.
all the time.
The f- No, I wouldn't.
In rich areas, most of
I'd
them
like
is
see that one and skip the next 3 houses. I'm kidding. Hey, go on to Matt. I finished it up saying everyone was welcoming in other states, and I really like that.
Well, my turn. Well, here's the deal. I'm not the best person to answer this question. Pretty much lived in like Utah my whole life.
You lived in Texas with us for a little bit.
I did go to Texas, and you know I've been around the neighboring states. Here's what I do know: when I was in Texas, you can feel it in the air. It's like maybe it's just because it was Texas. I felt very independent, and everybody was more what's the word? Like it felt less cluttered, more open. Here's the thing: everything goes into play. Landscape, climate. If it's hot, people are gonna be a little more irritated precipitated outside. It's cold. First off, they're not going to be outside, so you're going to be meeting people inside. Like there's a lot going on, which is why like I recommend do the opposite of me, get out there. I can't really answer that question, but like go answer it, you know? Like go out there, go find a different
even if
find
like, you're not going to live
perspective.
there, travel.
Right, because everywhere, like we live in America, but what's cool is there's 50 states. Every one of those 50 states, they all have their own like vibe, and every city in those states has its own vibe, its own culture, its own leadership, its own law. Like it's really cool. So I'd say, I guess my answer, like not based on experience, but based on studying and talking to the people and knowledge, is it's different everywhere. That's my answer, is go answer that question yourself.
I like it. Get out there, go travel. Kai Time, what about you? What was your experience in Virginia like?
It was actually fire. Here in Utah, raised around, not to be like racist, but like it's gonna sound racist, but like white people, you know?
I was just about to say that.
My elementary, bro, it was just filled with white people. Like,
bro, we're one of them.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like we're forced to be white people, and not forced actually, but like. You know, the diversity is different. It definitely is different. I don't care what anyone says. When I was in the East Coast, like when we go to North Carolina, all I saw was African Americans, and like I loved it. I could honestly say whatever I wanted. Being colored around here, some people might call me arrogant or whatever, but like it's not really like people like they judge you.
It's a different vibe, bro.
They prejudge you based off the color of your skin, especially like I don't want to say because I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. But growing up,
I'll say it then.
But growing up, people didn't expect me to be part of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints because of the color of my skin. But when I leave the state and go to other churches out of the state, like
really refreshing. Honestly,
it's refreshing because like they love that. They don't judge me off the color of my skin, religion or not.
You've been to Europe.
I have.
You can give us an insight. You can give me an insight that I have never felt.
I sure will.
Like
give
from
you guys a
the
little bit of
Eastern
insight on
world,
that, I guess. Before I hop into that, I might cut this out, but I do want to talk about like Crestview because I know like growing up, I'm pretty sure like my brother was the only Hispanic in his junior high. That's definitely changed a lot now because now at Crestview, almost like 50, I think 60% is Hispanic population.
That's wild.
That is wild.
It's really, this is going to be like socio-political, whatever.
Let's go, dude.
But
hey, we take it over. We out here.
It's nice that we are starting to see diversity in Utah, that we're starting to see a lot more Hispanics, a lot more Polynesian, a lot more African American. But the thing that sucks is they're being constrained to like the poorer neighborhoods. So if you go to like West Valley, like if you're there, you're mostly going to see Hispanics. You're not really going to see very many white people.
And you don't see tongues.
And
you're gonna see, a lot of
that's where the homies are.
Yeah. And so same thing with like Ogden. Like if you go to Ogden, you're going to see a lot more Hispanics than you are going to see the like here in like the Layton suburbs or something like that. So I feel like every place, like no matter where you go, like there is going to be that diversity, but it's going to be constrained in some situations. Like I don't know, like in Texas though, something I really loved about Texas was the diversity that we got to see there with the people, because I'm on the same page as you. I've lived in Utah like my entire life. For me, my experiences with people of color, like Polynesians and black people, has been like super restricted to just pretty much my friend group. I don't see very many people of color here in Utah. When we went to Texas, it was like a night and day experience because I've never seen so many people of color in my life. It was honestly like really like crazy to me because it's like, oh wow, like there's like a huge like population out there that outside of Utah, like that isn't just your average white
onesies and twosies.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Is it weird? Yeah, like literally like just like going around here in Utah, you just when you see a color person, you're like, hey. You're like, hold up.
I know.
And so Mexican, hey. Because you don't see it.
You don't. It's not
weird.
as common.
It's weird.
That was something I liked about going to Texas, was seeing like people of color in nicer neighborhoods, because it wasn't just like people of color like constrained to poor neighborhoods the way I've seen them in Utah. This is nice. Like I'm getting out of the state. I'm kind of expanding my knowledge on how different cultures adapt and how different cultures like grow and stuff like that. And so I liked it. But getting back to what you said about Europe, I don't feel like I saw too many people of color compared to like a state like Texas, but definitely a lot more than like here in Utah, especially as I was traveling through. So I went to Spain first. So that's where I think I saw like the most people of color. But even then, like it's not like they're super like people of color, I guess. They're more maybe like a mix between me and Isaac. Honestly, it's like so weird when I think about it, different cultures and stuff like that. I do like the communal culture that I saw like in Europe, where it feels like everybody's not there for just like me, myself, and I. Like people like care about each other. So like every day when I was walking around, there'd be groups of friends. They'd just be out in the streets just eating and drinking together. Something that's pretty big for them is tapas, or they'll just eat like fries or something and just drink beer, and they'll just be hanging out all evening together, and then they'll just go home.
Without the beer part.
Yeah, I know, right?
Switched out with Kava.
Yeah. So I like
you got Kai every that's Kai every night.
So true.
It is.
Yeah, but I like that about Europe. I liked seeing like everybody out and about. It's not something you see here fairly commonly. Over there, it just felt like everybody was always like intermingling, like talking to each other. And that could have just been my experience. Maybe like that's just me going to Europe for the first time. I don't even know if I answered the question like correctly.
What was
I
the
just kind of rambled.
It's like the question is the difference between other places and us growing up in Utah.
So
I
you
appreciate
did.
it. Yeah,
So
yeah.
you did.
I appreciate going to other places
Yeah.
because I can see something different. I can see the diversity, and that's what I like.
Creates perspective.
Yeah, it creates a lot of perspective, honestly, because you start thinking more about other people around the world
Correct.
rather than just yourself.
Exactly.
This question is, you're driving, do you expect your wife or mother to sit in the front seat?
My wife.
All right, listen.
My wife.
Listen here.
Wow.
Listen here.
Okay, if we're dating, you're my girlfriend, and my mom's in the car, your ass is in the back. Okay,
Yeah.
my mom's in the front, but once I give you the keys to marriage, you're my number one priority now. You're my number one girl in my life. You feel me?
Wow.
I understand that.
You're my number one over my mom because I married you for a reason.
Understand
See,
that,
and
yeah.
then now you can sit in the front seat and I'll kick my mom's to the back seat. Like, I won't
No, I
say that
understand it.
rudely, but like,
Yeah, I
you
got
know,
you, I
my
got
mom,
you.
she's number one in my life right now.
Yeah.
Like, if I have a girlfriend, even if she's my fiance, we're not married yet, my mom's still number one because if we break up, my mom's gonna be there for me.
That's
Feel me?
accurate, bro.
Ew.
Mom's always going to
That's
be
why.
there.
That's a solid.
That's like
That's a solid answer.
exactly why.
I'm gonna do the
glad you
same
answered.
thing, but if we're married, I'm still choosing my mom.
You more scared of your mom? Why?
No disrespect, all right? But just like she's my mom.
That's
Like
true.
she's my
I
mom.
can see both of those.
Like I
Yeah.
love my mom, right? Listen, I hope there's no beef between them two. Like,
Bro, what if they're
my mom. If they're clashing,
What if you come
They-
home now? You
they-
gotta argue with your wife because your wife's all like, she's like, "You're really gonna put me in the back with your mom?" And now
Yes,
you just
I
caused
will.
an argument with your wife.
I'm gonna say yes, I will. Sorry. No, I'm gonna have them take turns sitting in the front, halfway through the driveway. Hey, get in the back.
You've got like a whiteboard in your
Yeah.
car. You're like marked out. Okay,
Just-
this week it's...
Right in the middle of the freeway.
literally. All right, time's up. She gets the front now. Oh man.
I don't know, like coming at it from my perspective, my mom would not care at all. My mom, honestly, like whenever I've had a girlfriend, she's like, oh, like I don't mind, like let me sit in the back, like you two can sit in the front. My mom doesn't care like whatsoever. But if
Okay.
I was in that situation where she did care, I'm gonna go with like Malachi's situation, or I might go with yours where like I try to like switch it up
Yeah, that doesn't like that only matters. That my answer only matters if
they care.
if like either my mom, which I know she doesn't care, or my wife cares, which I hope that's not the case. I hope it's not a big of a deal because who gives a right?
honestly.
So that's-
So like
that's-
we're getting to point A to point B. Who cares? All right.
That's
Like, that's the
exactly-
men's like that's like our man thought though. Like
Who cares?
as men, like
Grow
we
the
don't
fuck
care.
up. Like,
yeah, I know. Honestly, we don't care at all.
Sometimes girls care about that.
Girls do
Damn,
care.
I don't give a shit.
Okay,
That's
are you
how-
gonna let your wife or the boys sit up front?
I think we know the
The boys, come on.
on. The boys, dude. My wife's getting that Uber. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man. I'm joking, all right?
Yeah, ideally they don't care. They're like, yeah, like maybe I want to sit in the front today, or maybe I don't care and I want to sit in the back today.
I didn't know that was an actual thing.
Yeah.
It is a thing.
I didn't know.
Dude, honestly, it's kind of crazy. Like some like wives and their husbands' moms, their mother-in-laws go crazy. Did Matt answer?
Matt said he can't answer it.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Well, I didn't want to like be that guy. That last part, that's what I was gonna say. I couldn't find
boys part?
No,
Say
no,
the-
no. It's a problem. It's like this is our problem.
Yeah.
now? Like,
This is what we're-
there's so many other things out there.
Honestly.
that we
Like
can
find
focus
out
on.
where we're gonna go eat first.
So yeah, but I
Because that's a bigger problem to me. It's like, where the f- are we gonna eat? They'll be like, oh, wherever you want. No.
No, you all had good answers. I'll echo all of you. I like Kai's answer too. It was good.
I do like them.
Good answer, Kai.
It makes sense. It's
But now I do want to know. Now I'm curious. Now that we're on that subject,
Where
what do
we
you do
eating?
if your mom doesn't like your wife?
She has to suck it up as your wife.
That's a fact.
It depends.
But you should have
I
found
100% agree.
found that out before you got married though.
We don't marry
You
our
should,
moms.
yeah.
what if-
but you should
I
ask
agree,
your mom if she likes your wife or your fiance.
Yeah, that's a good point.
'Cause that's like-
but I feel like obviously she's gonna be like, yeah, I like her, right? Like,
Yeah.
she's not
Here's the
gonna say
thing, your
nah
mom-
unless
It doesn't happen all the time though.
unless he's straight up.
Your mom is always gonna want the best for you. So
Understandable.
the standard might be set high. And I don't know. I'm not a mom. I've never been a mom, but I like to think that I've studied my mom pretty deeply, and I know for a fact that she's never told me, Matt, she's probably not the best for you. It's more of that look they give you, where it's like, okay,
I know that.
All right, we're gonna be going through it.
But if your mom truly loves you, she'll respect your decision.
I would,
you know what I'm saying?
agree with that.
If you and your mom are battling about your significant other, there's an issue outside of you and your significant other. There's an issue between you and your mom because there should be a healthy conversation there. It should.
I agree.
It should. I don't care who you are, where you come from. That's how it should be.
I agree.
I feel that, but my mom's always right. Okay,
That's true, too.
No, I'm kidding.
It's a good mentality.
Mom, I love you so much, but sometimes you're wrong. I gotta say it. All right.
Breaking news.
No one told you this before. I love you, Mom. Okay. No, but that's crazy because like it also depends. What if you're like so like tunnel vision into your like significant other?
That's what I'm saying.
And like other people are like, bro, what are you doing? This, and that, and then you're just like, nah, bro, it's good.
Trust me.
Yeah. Like you're good.
Trust
you're good. I'm good, dude. And then you're divorced. Like.
And then you got
that's facts though.
I mean, yeah,
That's like facts. Like,
because we all get a little, tunnel vision.
It's true.
When we're all in.
You're in the honeymoon phase.
You're always just zoned in. That's why you got homies, right?
It's true.
Right.
Keep each other in check.
personally, like if it was to happen to me, like before I get married, I just tell my mom, if you have any issues with her, tell me now so I can fix them. If I can't fix them, then there's always more fish in the sea. I could find someone new that maybe you'll like. If you don't like her,
so you're going off of what your mom says?
And sometimes fixing them is simply just having a conversation.
A conversation, that's it.
Because the problem is there's no communication or they misunderstand something.
But at the same time, my mom always said this whenever I got in a relationship, and all my relationships have been complete shit at the end of it.
Did she like all your girlfriends?
Yeah, she did. And my mom, she always said,
hold on,
at least if you're happy, that's all that matters to me. That's what she says every time.
I love that.
Maybe break the pattern. Maybe find a girlfriend that she hates. That's the one.
It was like
too much conflict.
Yeah.
As long as I'm happy, so I gotta find
That's solid.
true happiness.
My mom's kind of like what you said. She's always gonna want the best for me, and she's gonna give me like advice from time to time. But she knows that like it's not her place to get into the relationship herself and meddle. Whoever you end up with, like if you end up with this person, like I love this person, I'm gonna treat them like family and be nice to them. And that's something I like about my mom. Which it's kind of crazy because it's actually kind of flipped. Like back in high school, she was super like no girlfriends, like none of this, like don't talk to girls or anything like that. Which I can kind of like understand.
Definitely.
Yeah, I can
Definitely understand. I can definitely understand that.
Yeah.
Did your mom say the same thing? Huh? Your mom said the same thing? Because my mom said the same thing.
Yeah,
sure.
Bro, I'm in high
I
school.
was like, hey, don't.
No
And I was like, when are you getting married?
No, it's not that.
No, she always said no girlfriends, just have fun. I was like,
Just have fun.
I can do that.
My mom was always like, hey, these girls out here wilding out these days. I was like, Mom, I know. All right. That's why I'm in there. No, I can't. No, I'm kidding.
Can I build off this?
Yeah, build off of
Okay,
it.
so we hit Clay. I want to dig a little deeper. Advice that you give a young man or a young woman if they don't have that connection or that relationship with their mom. You know what I'm saying? What would you tell?
What are some things you could look out for?
I think it's like when it comes to that, you want to rely on the people around you.
Okay.
Like your friends, right?
Okay.
But what if you got like really no one?
Yeah, let's go. Let's
you
go to
have
the
you
worst
lost
case
This
scenario.
girl, you love her.
That's
all your
rough.
friends hate her. You lost all your friends. You don't.
That's
really,
a
you're
sign.
not close
You
with
lost
your
all
family.
your friends. That's like that's a red. That's like three
Right,
red
right,
flags
right,
right
I
You're
know,
already
but
in it.
there's people in these situations.
already in
like,
it.
what would
Oh
you-
man, that's rough.
That is
They don't want to
Oh my
hear
God.
that's red
I
flag. It's
couldn't-
over. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I mean, what can you do?
do,
What can you
bro?
do? Like
You can
break-
pray.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I'm going to come at this from like a religious
Oh my
standpoint.
God.
I think you should pray about it, bro.
okay,
Let's
it's okay.
go.
I really think you should pray about that. Whether you believe in God or not, or you believe in some sort of higher power, I think that's something that you should pray because it'll give you clarity no matter what.
Okay.
Energy.
Energy. Okay, if that's too hard, meditate.
Yes.
Just breathe. Sit there, find a quiet place, breathe, and start asking yourself the questions.
Great.
Am I okay? Start finding your yes and your no.
Self-reflection.
Your body knows
Yeah,
yes
need
and
that.
no. It does. It knows yes and no, whether you know it or not. And it will tell you. You'll feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I also think
Therapist,
find
counselor.
a therapist.
That's a good one.
And if you're broke,
You can get free therapy sessions.
start
though.
running outside. Run.
I was
Get
going to harp
outside.
on that one too. There's a
I'm
couple
serious.
other things I have on
But
my
what
mind.
if you fat as hell and you can't run, bro?
Still
You
get outside.
can't
No, here's
even
the
walk.
thing.
Just sit outside.
Get outside.
Get
in the
outside.
sun.
That's
You have
what
the internet,
matters
you
the
have
most.
YouTube.
You get
Get
the sun.
outside.
The sun hits you.
Amen.
It's gonna change your mood.
Amen. Amen. Get outside.
We need that vitamin D.
You start easy. These are like easy, simple, you know what I'm
Need
saying?
that D.
What?
No, I completely
it's
agree.
rough.
Exercising is going to give you a different sort of clarity. It's
It
going to start
is.
restructuring your brain and your body.
It'll slow you down here. which you'll start to think less, which is actually sometimes good because you stop overthinking.
Yes.
And you just make a decision and you go. You're like, you know what? Let's just do this.
Yeah. I actually love that. What you guys are talking about. There's a reason why people go to the gym.
Facts.
All the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna harp on that actually right now a little bit more. So I took a dumbbell to work and an ab wheel. I'm sitting there curling.
And you're feeling nice.
Typing my code. Honestly, that boosts my day because I'll be like feeling like tired, a little bit sleepy. I'll do like 10 push-ups or something. I'll do like the ab wheel like 5 times. Dude, I'm alert. I feel good. I know it doesn't seem like it's going to be fun because you're like, oh, maybe I'm going to get sore or something like that. But it's a good feeling. It's hard to take that first step, unfortunately. But once you take that first step, everything gets a little bit easier slowly but surely. Another thing too, something that I actually picked up from summer sales, hated the manager. He did one good thing. And that was at the start of summer. He made us fill out a packet that was why. Why do you want to go out and do sales? Why do you want to have money? Like, what's your reason for wanting to do things? And part of that packet was, what are things that make you happy? And so I went all out with it, and I've shown it to you guys. I'll probably post like pictures.
You made us fill it out.
I made them fill it out. I'm not gonna lie, I made them fill it all out.
I love it
because it's something that's like super important, is figuring out what are things you like, and once you know what you like, how are you gonna start spending more time doing those things? What do you need to do to spend more time doing those things? Like, what do you got to do in the next 3 months? What do you got to do in the next 6 months? In the next year? In the next 2 years? In the next 3 years? The crazy thing is, like, this could always change. Like, your hobbies change, your tastes change, which is totally fine. You just have to take another second to stop and like reevaluate.
It's healthy.
What your priorities are. But that's something that I really liked about summer sales, or at least that was like the one thing, like my biggest takeaway was write down your why, write down what you care about, the things you like.
Thanks for that TED Talk, Diego. Appreciate it.
I like it. I'll loop it all around for you. It's where you train your body to understand what is right to you, not universally right and wrong, but what is right to you. So we'll go all the way back around when it comes to you and you have nobody to fall on and you're in a relationship, you're trying to figure out this girl or this boy or whatever, and you got to go to yourself. If you've trained yourself to know what is right, all you got to do is sit there. It's science.
Yeah, simple science. Yeah.
Your natural instinct will tell you, bruh, or fam, this is the move, or go get it, go get her done. Thanks for joining me on my question. I
honestly love that question. I think that's such a good question because I feel like sometimes we kind of get out there with all the jokes,
to your mom,
but this is like a good question to kind of ground us a little bit more. And so I actually really like that. I do want to make another note on that. Sometimes you're not supposed to be with someone, but it's hard to leave them. So what's something you could do to like break that connection?
I've seen it in friends and family, and what I would say based upon my conversations with them is sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet. It's gonna hurt. Problem is you will lose a piece of you. So to answer your question, you gotta rip. At the end of the day, you're gonna have to make that decision.
You do have to make the decision
that this not good for you.
I think something that could help with that situation is taking some time to realize that one door closing means another door could open up, and you're gonna have something even greater. You want to answer that? Okay.
Oh, okay, go.
Block. Stop being a okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Stop it. Just block her or block him. It might be hard. Do it on everything. Like, block them, bro. Like, make sure they don't come into your life and keep them blocked. That's the hard part, is keeping them blocked when you block them. I think blocking them can be easy. It's just everything else is unblocking. It's like, that's gonna be the hard part.
Creating that separation, like, to begin with, needs to happen.
Yeah,
like, no matter what. Right?
This creates space.
Yeah.
Like, they can't communicate to you. They can't get to you once you block them. The only way they can is if they come knocking on your door. You know, that's when you start praying to God that they don't come and knock on your door. Because if they do, that unblock button is going to happen. For real.
I think it's great. I have to, just real fast, you're going to run for the rest of your life.
Well, if you block them?
Oh, they're always going to be back here. Yeah, there is never and some people are fine with that. They'll go to the grave running from a situation. There's some people out there that are built where there has to be resolution.
Closure?
There has to be closure and there has to be understanding. And to do that with an individual that doesn't understand any of those, I can't imagine. It's probably tough, you know? My point is it's hard to really give a definite answer to what to do if you can't go to family for problems about a relationship, or like, to wrap it around, like, should I date this person? Should I be with this person? Or I'm with this person. How do I get out? Of everything I've seen, it all ties to just being as healthy as possible. That's it.
Yeah.
Yourself, not them. If healthy for you is blocking and leaving, do it. If healthy for you is coming in and having a conversation, even if it's the 120,000th conversation you've had about the same thing, guess what? It might work that time because they're going to get tired of it. But you'll stay true.
That's some real ass shit.
Also, if you do, have a question, you can ask us right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let us know. We'll give you advice. Isaac's like a master. He's a guru
we
of
are
relationships.
The love doctors.
Right? No, this guy is. So is Kai. This guy's
We're the love doctors.
I'll probably get you in trouble. Don't ask me.
Moving on to maybe like some more positive notes.
Thank God.
Isaac, would you rather be rich and never find true love, or be poor and find true love?
Poor and true love easily, because that'll make me happy, right? But like being rich would make me happy too. I think it just depends, man. Probably that poor and true love, unfortunately. Nah, I can't. No, that's my answer.
It's your definition of success again. It's your definition of happiness. It's like,
I think it is, man. Nah, go ahead.
I would definitely choose poor and love, because that's my life.
Look at us. Hey.
I'm already used to it.
Hey, I'm happy.
Started from the bottom.
I'm chilling. Yeah, we're out. Hey, we out here. Look at us. Poor
man.
boys.
What about you, Kai Time?
I know I choose it.
I would choose rich. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm being honest,
I like it. I like it.
Good thing you're our friend, so you can help us out.
Exactly. I got them, man. So like, to be honest, they're rich and they have love. No, but like for real though, like if you think about back in the day, bro, there was no such thing. Like back in the day, like the rich married who they wanted to marry, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Back in the day, it sounds like better times than now, bro.
Back in the day,
no cap. Like suicide rates were probably super low.
Wait,
How far back are we talking?
What are you talking
about?
I'm talking about like back.
What do you mean back?
Not like slavery days.
Okay.
I'm about to say.
I was about to bring that up too.
If you read like history books, like the rich married whoever they wanted to marry.
Yeah, but it was like forced.
And it was forced. Like
you want to force someone to marry you? Is that what you're saying?
Bro, that Russian bride. looking real
Yeah,
nice
like,
right now.
you want to like?
that was fire. Like, that's back in the day. But no.
Oh, I was like,
I'd rather have money now, just because I don't really care about love anymore.
Hey, as long as you love yourself.
I love myself. Okay.
You're chilling.
I want to go do whatever the hell I want.
You're chilling. There's no problem with that.
If I want like a woman in my life, I can honestly just like, if I'm rich enough, like pay it off. Like, no cap. Like it's a real thing. Like females would date like the ugliest guys just because they got money, and some of them be like 10s off the board. And like, if I wanted that, bro, I got the money, I could do that.
But I just don't think they'll like. I just don't think there'll be an actual connection. No, do you not think that? You don't care about that?
Okay, if it's just me and my family, that's fine with me, bro. I'm cool with that. If I want a kid in the future, I'll go adopt a kid.
Interesting.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I choose money over that. Poor, forget that life, man. I hate working all the time, bro. My body's getting f***ed up. It sucks.
Show them your hands.
It is what it is. We out here.
My dude's a hardworking man. Super hard.
I like working. It's just like, if I don't have to work and just become rich, I would do it. I can eat whatever I want. I can spend time doing things I actually love.
That's
I
the
wouldn't
goal,
have to
man.
work.
Diego, what you
Manifesting
got?
it for you.
What you got, D?
I want to say love. I'd go with love, but I can't stand being poor because there's so many things that I want to do that I need money to do. And these things genuinely do like make me happy. Like I find satisfaction in working towards these things. Dude, again, I'm coming at this from like another like religious standpoint where I feel like if you have a good connection with God, you don't need the true love from another person. I'm going to just use as an example, like, yeah, I'm going to use as an example, like priests and stuff like that. They take vows of celibacy because they love God and they just want to dedicate their life to him. I think that's possible for people to live their lives alone and have a deep, meaningful connection to God and have that love outside of like a human relationship. But dude, that's tough too, because I also want to have kids.
Right.
I want to have kids. I want to marry someone that I love and I want to have children with them too.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take a side right now.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna bounce off you real fast.
Yeah,
real
yeah, go for
fast. Physical relationships spiritually test you. Spiritual relationships physically heal you. Okay. Sometimes people, they can't find that connection to something that they can't see themselves. That's what I was trying to tell Kai. Yourself, you know, love yourself. You don't need money.
Beautiful.
You don't need this. You don't need that. There will be people with a lot of money that if they were to watch this, they'd go, oh man, you guys have no idea. They've been trying to find love for years and they feel like their life is, dude, rich people still commit suicide.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? All the time. They could have everything in the world and they will still go jump off a building because it drives them crazy. They can't find a connection. Again, it's what you value. Not all of them do, because some of them love the money and they live their whole life luscious and fine. It's what you value.
It's a wonderful way to wrap that up. I like that. It comes down to what you value. I like that. Do you believe in love at first sight?
Nah.
I don't.
I'm gonna be honest. Nah.
What connection do you have other than lust when you first look at someone? Like, if you find someone attractive, is it really built off of love?
I don't think it's built off of love. I don't think you can have love at first sight because it's built off of that physical attraction. attraction, not an actual connection.
No.
I do think you can find someone and think they're attractive and then fall in love and then have like a beautiful, amazing relationship with them. But I don't think you have that love at the start.
Not at all. You gotta have some a little deeper than just like the physical appearance.
Yeah.
Like, I think, right? You can't just be like, oh, that's a good person. I love them. I can tell just the way they look. You know.
I want to play devil's advocate, but I don't have any like actual reasoning to play devil's advocate. Like I can't think of a logical argument.
Can't.
Yes, you can. When you first saw Isaac, I was like, oh, I love this guy. This guy's so cool. I looked at him, I was like, I knew he was going to be cool. I love him.
Love at first sight.
Love at first sight.
What about you, Matt?
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
I remember as a kid, my first blanket was blue. Ever since the first time I saw that blanket, I fell in love with the color blue. Ever since I was a kid, baby. So you're right. It's hard to believe in love at first sight without including lust in relationship because nobody walks around blind. I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe we ask a blind person
That would be
if
a
they've ever
wonderful
met
question.
someone and they've never seen them and they love them.
It's a sight, man.
I know what you're getting at though.
But anyways,
I was sorry, my bad.
you're fine. No, it makes sense. I didn't mean, because I was thinking that, but I also see sight as a lot more than just your eyes. But I get that.
understandable.
I didn't mean to disrespect. Anyways,
No disrespect. No disrespect.
But like if they've ever like entered a room with someone and they've had a conversation and they're like, oh my gosh, like it was the first word that I heard and I love it. I love like it's the energy in the room that they like automatically click with. It could probably be scientifically proven that it's possible, but that might have to be like alignment of a lot of things in play.
I'm gonna kind of like build off of what you said there. Maybe I can play devil's advocate with that like idea in mind. When a baby's first born, they love their mom.
Right.
So I guess it technically is
That's like
possible
in your
because they've never
DNA.
seen their mom, but they
Yeah.
do love their mom. Unless they're
That's true,
villainous,
that's true.
bro.
And they can,
Yeah.
How do you know like that they love their mom though?
It's more like
it's
they-
more just like connected because
yeah.
they
It
need
could-
they
yeah.
need like
Well, what's the
Some people could define that as love, though.
Need and love, you know what I'm saying?
I think we're talking about love at first sight, like just like
Yeah.
the way
Yeah.
we all are like, you know what I mean? Because if like when you're looking at someone or someone,
Yeah.
is that do you think do you believe? All right, yeah. So looking at someone, if you were to see them just straight up, is that love at first sight? You think?
I see where Matt's coming from, though.
Yeah, no, I know too.
yeah.
Because like
I
football,
get it.
very first time I saw a football thrown, I knew I loved it. And with the
And that was your
basketball,
first sight,
Yeah,
seeing it
because there's
thrown.
different kinds of love.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess what it comes down to, different kinds, different
Right.
levels.
love and lust,
Yeah.
all of us.
Love.
Oh gosh.
Trying to look for something a little bit like wholesome, kind of like wrap this around to maybe like the friends here. What's something you look for in a friendship?
Oh.
That they got a car. In Isaac's situation.
Hey, right here. I have to have a car. Drive me around.
From a personal perspective, this is from me looking if someone was to be my friend, understanding because I am a difficult friend. Like me, I am.
All of us.
Even back in high school, though, I was always bouncing all over the place. I was flaky, but I was flaky for reasons. I had sports to play, a job to keep. I couldn't be with the boys as much or with friends as much. And even today, I work too much, this and that. So I guess as you grow older, you look for friends who understand your position. If they understand, then they'll treat you accordingly. If they know that you're going through a tough time, they know how you go through it, so they can like either give you the space instead of like the annoyance, or I don't know, that's the wrong word, but you know what I'm trying to say, like they pressure you, or it's just understanding the other person as much as you can.
I like that.
And I only say that because I do that for them. That's the only reason. Whatever you want in a friend, you have to be in you first.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, it's like loyalty. You know, if you're loyal to me, I'm loyal to you. You know, that's like what friends are. They're just,
You know so much about each other that like, that information can hurt, sometimes.
it can. I will hurt Matt.
What about you, Kai Time? What's your opinion on that?
Find friends that will reach out to you, especially at your worst, because there's gonna be people that aren't there for your worst, and then they come at your best.
True.
Like, I can honestly relate to that with all of you guys.
That we always come at your best.
Just reach no, you guys just like I don't know,
I got you,
reaching out and just being there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Find people that reach out and be there for you.
Loyalty.
It's tough because there's a lot that I look for like in my friends. Like for me personally, like one of the things I appreciate about like our friend group is you guys keep me in check. You guys have like high expectations for me. You guys are supportive of me and you push me to be successful. You may not like feel like it at times, but you guys like do inspire me. Like I get hyped when I'm with you guys. I get like motivated. And even like when I'm not with you guys, I'm like, I gotta do this. Gotta get this done for the boys. I love the boys. I gotta bring the boys up with me.
Hey, we making out the hood. we get
Just
out
to
the,
come up.
We getting out the hood. We're in Diego's backpack right now. We get out the hood.
On the map.
But yeah, no, I honestly like that. That's like one of the big things I look for is loyalty. Like Isaac said, is a really big thing. And I know 100% that you guys are loyal. I have no doubt about that. And so like for me, I'm at the point where what I appreciate most is just like the support, the constant support. Like anytime like I do something, you guys are always like there. So I love that I can share my successes with you guys. Like that's like one of like my highlights. You guys are all there to cheer me on. That like motivates me. That like drives me. I love that feeling.
Is this
Should we do a
I think this is where we all do
Should we do a
four-way
four? This is what you guys have been waiting
Turn
for.
the camera off. Turn the
This is
camera
what
off.
everyone's been waiting for. Let's do the 4-way kiss.
I feel like we've had a really good, wholesome conversation. This topic of love, which I had no intention of even
Yeah,
going
me
this
neither,
way.
man.
I had completely different questions, but I felt like we were vibing with the topic, since I was like, let's roll with this. And so I'm happy like we stayed on this.
Sorry, I ramble. I'll let everybody know.
No, we love it.
So
It's good, bro.
check me if I'm ever rambling. Be like,
It's
hey,
good.
shut up. We'll go back. But
No, we
Honestly,
would have.
same for me.
We definitely would have.
Okay, cool.
If you did.
Excuse me. That's what I'll say.
But yeah, no, I thought this was a really good conversation. I liked it. Thank you, Lexi, again for your two great questions.
Thank you.
Definitely inspired this
Thank
podcast
you.
and the direction that we
Yeah.
took with it. So thank you again. If you guys have any questions that you want to submit to us, you can use an anonymous link if you want, or leave a comment. Whatever your method of choosing, just send us something. We'll talk about it. We'll answer any questions you have.
Hey, real fast, like
Yeah.
just so you know, questions. What color is better, red or blue? This is a simple question. We're not looking for like the answer to cancer out here. You know, like we're chilling. If you have a deep question, obviously we can get into it. If we have an easy, I prefer easy questions because
I prefer easy questions.
But
have
we're
some
here for
fun.
it. Like send them. You don't have to be, you know, it has to be the best question.
We could be in TED Talk mode, or we could be in around joked mode. Whatever you want.
And guess what? If
I'm
you
more
don't-
I love the
jokes.
mix. I
I'm
love
more
mixing it.
jokes.
Yeah.
And if you don't ask questions, we're still gonna talk. I said it in
I got
episode
lots.
1. We could have 0 followers, and I'll still be on this couch having conversation.
No cap.
I love it. It doesn't matter.
Hey guys, I just wanted to shout out to everyone listening.
Not saying you don't matter, but like your questions are great.
Yes.
Yeah, for real. Even if they're disrespectful, I don't care.
Hey,
Honestly, like,
Juicy questions.
Bring some,
I love
bring
not
some
me.
messy
Don't worry.
questions, bro. I like
I will
messy
answer
questions.
your
Sky loves the controversy.
just wanted to say that.
If you want to support us, take a second to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. For all you audio listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to see something with video, check us out on YouTube, Friends with Benefits. My name is Diego.
Kaisan.
Matt.
Nice.
Thank you for listening.